Hey gang, welcome to part 2 of our series on donor relationships. In part 1, we explored how to build strong donor connections in the digital age using AI, automation, and personalization. But engagement is just the first step. The real challenge is keeping donors connected, invested, and giving long term. The truth is, donor retention is one of the biggest struggles for nonprofits. In fact, research shows that the average donor retention rate is only around 40 to 45%, meaning more than half of all donors give once and then never come back. And when you consider that some studies show it costs 5 times more, at minimum, to acquire a new donor than to retain an existing one, you start to see why keeping donors engaged isn't just important, it's essential. So, today, we're breaking down how to increase donor retention in 2025, keep supporters engaged, and turn one-time donors into long-term champions of your mission. The first key to donor retention is personalized communication. Donors want to feel like more than just a transaction. They want to be seen, valued, and recognized for their contributions. AI and donor management tools can track giving history, engagement levels, and even donor interests, allowing nonprofits to craft tailored messages that actually resonate. Instead of sending the same thank you email to everyone, imagine being able to customize messages based on giving behavior. A first-time donor might receive a warm welcome and an introduction to your organization's impact, while a long-term donor gets a personalized update on the programs they've supported. According to studies, nonprofits that embrace personalized communication strategies see a significant increase in donor engagement and retention. Personalization doesn't just make donors feel good, it keeps them connected to your mission. Another major driver of donor retention is recurring giving. Encouraging donors to set up monthly or quarterly donation provides a steady, predictable revenue stream while also increasing donor commitment. People are far more likely to continue giving when they've already set up an automatic recurring gift. It removes the friction, making donations effortless while keeping the donor engaged over time. But here's the challenge. Most nonprofits don't do enough to promote recurring giving as a priority. It's not just about offering the option, it's about framing it as the best way to create lasting impact. Instead of saying, give $20 today, try messaging that highlights sustained impact, like for just $20 a month, you can X, Y, or Z. This shifts the mindset from one-time support to ongoing investment. Successful nonprofits also build community around their recurring donors, offering them exclusive impact updates or special thank you messages, or even a name for a donor club, something as simple as the Impact Circle. It makes donors feel like they're a part of something bigger than just a single donation. When donors see themselves as long-term partners, retention skyrockets. Just securing a donation isn't enough. If you want donors to stick around, you have to show them the impact of their contributions in a way that resonates emotionally. And the best way to do that? Storytelling. So instead of just saying, your donation helped provide 1,000 meals, tell the story of one person whose life was changed because of that support. For example, imagine a nonprofit focused on food security. Instead of sending donors a generic impact report, they share a video update about Sophia, a single mother who was struggling to feed her 2 kids after losing her job. Because of donor support, she was able to access fresh groceries from the food pantry for 3 months, giving her family the stability they needed to get back on their feet. Now, Sophia has a new job, her kids are healthy, and she's even started volunteering at the same food pantry that helped her. That's the power of storytelling. It's not just numbers, it's a real human story that makes donors feel like they were part of something meaningful, because they were. When supporters see the tangible results of their generosity, they're far more likely to continue giving and increase their support over time. Another powerful retention strategy, donor appreciation. And I don't just mean sending a generic thank you email. If a donor gives and then never hears from you again until the next campaign, they're going to feel like just another number. The key to long-term engagement is making donors feel genuinely valued. Think about the last time someone went out of their way to personally thank you. It probably left an impression, yeah? The same applies to donors. A personalized thank you video where a member of your team says their name and acknowledges their specific gift can be incredibly powerful. Even better, if possible, consider having the beneficiaries of your nonprofit send a thank yous themselves. Imagine a literacy nonprofit sending a handwritten note from a student who now has books because of a donor's support. That kind of personal connection cements loyalty. Beyond direct thank yous, nonprofits are also recognizing donors in newsletters, on social media, and even at in-person events. When donors see others being appreciated, it reinforces the idea that this organization values and celebrates its supporters, which makes them want to stick around. At the end of the day, people don't just give to causes, they give to relationships. And when donors feel like they're an integral part of your organization's story, retention starts to take care of itself. Retention is also about engagement beyond donations. The only time a donor hears from you is when you're asking for money, they'll start to feel like nothing more than a wallet. Instead, invite them to be part of your community in multiple ways, whether it's volunteering or attending events, joining advocacy groups, or participating in discussions about your mission. One of the most overlooked donor retention strategies is giving donors a voice, asking for feedback through surveys, Q&A sessions, or even personal outreach calls. It shows donors that they're not just supporters, they're partners in shaping your work. And here's the key fact. Act on their feedback. If donors suggest ways to improve communication, implement those changes and tell them, we heard you, and here's what we're doing differently. That builds trust and deepens relationships. Some nonprofits also use exclusive behind-the-scenes content to make donors feel like insiders. Giving donors an early look at upcoming projects, inviting them to small group strategy discussions, or sending them personalized updates from staff on the ground, it helps keep them invested beyond the transaction of giving. The goal isn't just to get donors to give, it's to get them to feel like they're part of your mission's success story. When donors have multiple ways to engage, they don't just stay, they become lifelong supporters. At the end of the day, donor retention isn't just about securing funds. It's about building a movement. So when you focus on personalized communication, recurring giving, impactful storytelling, donor appreciation, and ongoing engagement, you create a community of supporters who are invested in your mission for the long haul. And that's how you build a sustainable nonprofit, not just by bringing in new donors, but by keeping the ones you already have engaged, excited, and committed. So give it to me. What's been your biggest challenge with donor retention? Leave a comment. If this video helped you think differently about how to keep donors engaged and how to retain them, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your team. And if you want even more insights to grow your nonprofit, grab our free Argenta Nonprofit Resource Guide. You can do that by signing up for our newsletter using the link in the description to download your free copy. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all that you do in our communities. I'll see you in the next one.